Hello and welcome. Welcome to the daily Nifty and Bank Nifty Insights with MJ. Let's learn possible moves, accumulation distribution zones, emerging trends, support and resistance levels for Nifty and Bank Nifty for next trading day, that is July 3. If you are new to our YouTube, please like and subscribe our YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. You can see there are a lot of videos in our YouTube. The videos are based upon your daily Nifty and Bank Nifty insights, as well as technical analysis, fundamental analysis, the basics of the stock markets, and how to become a pro trader. And many more videos will be posting here for you, right? And also be generous to share with your friends and trading communities. So today Nifty started with a bullish bias. Let's go to the daily chart of Nifty, right? So it started with a gap up and almost whole day it had a bullish bias. It took the cue from global markets, especially Dow Jones, and it closed with a gain of 122 points, making a bullish candle, right? The market breadth overall during the day remained positive, wherein 36 stocks advanced, 14 declined from the stack of Nifty 50. We had estimated the range of 10,300 to 10,600 with a lot of volatility based upon the previous day's data and trading pressures of the participants. And Nifty traded well within the range. And let's look at the trend. So for last 4 days, it's making higher highs and higher lows. Sounds to be resuming its uptrend, but at the same time, it has reached a distribution zone now, right? And if you look at uh, long-term trend after the fall to 7,511, it seems to be an uptrend, but though the it looks like a up channel, but it's a tapered up channel and it's a kind of rising wedge, right? And we know that rising wedge is a kind of bearish pattern, right? And the market is moving up without having much of the fundamental strength in the market. Let's see how and how far this market goes. As far as price action support and resistance levels are concerned, if the Nifty goes upside tomorrow, you could see that 10,597 is the first level of resistance is going to get. That's today's high. The next level of resistance it will get at 10,636, and above than that we have 200 days moving exponential moving average at 10,713. Above than that 10,750. So that could be maximum on the upper side for tomorrow. 10,550, which is also your 61% Fibonacci level, the market had just closed a point above than that today. So let's say if the market opens gap down tomorrow, then that will also become a resistance the way it was today, right? And if now tomorrow is a Friday, and Friday most of the time is a bearish day, and if Nifty starts going downside, you would see 10,490 could be the first level of support it will get, which is the day's low today, and the next level of support you will have it at 10,447, which is yesterday's high. Below that is a 10,383, and tad below that 10,322. That is this level you would see as a fourth level of support, right? And that's the support level where you could also see this green zone, which is accumulation zone, and Nifty has been taking support in this zone for quite some time. And within this zone, you also can see that 10,293 is 150 days exponential moving average that will act as a very strong support. Now, if you look at, although the market is going, in a bullish direction, but volumes are limited, right? And of course, today RSI is at 66.88. You can say 67. So there is a strength gained. But if you look at MACD, you would see MACD line as well as the signal lines both have merged together, and there is hardly any strength, right? So that's how daily Nifty view emerges. And so from price action perspective, you can say 10,293 to 10,713 could be your next trading range, right? But now your interest would be or maybe intraday trading, right? So let's go to the chart where we can see the intraday levels. Of course, the support and resistance level remain the same, but in this case, we would be seeing where are our accumulation distribution zones and how we can take short or long positions, right? As a trader, we know that the markets are volatile, the fundamentals are missing, yet markets are going up. So we need to be prepared for, if the market goes bullish, we need to trade bullish, and if the market goes bearish, we need to trade bearish. That's what a trader does in a day, right? So let's say today market has let me get into the 15-minute chart so that we get little clarity. Yeah, so this is a 15-minute chart. Okay, so in a 15-minute chart, if you see, Nifty has closed in this particular zone. Unfortunately, in investing.com, I can't have a 10-minute, otherwise 10-minute would have been the ideal for a conservative trader. So let's say let me analyze it on a 5-minute chart and see where Nifty has taken a support. So let me draw a no trading zone or a watch out zone. That will give you clarity for tomorrow, right? Let me make it with a yellow color, right? So you would see that in this zone, Nifty has been taking support, or it got a it was a resistance zone also in the morning hours before it was broken after almost 2 hours of hard work. Now, let's say if Nifty opens gap up or with a bullish bias, you can take a long position, and your first level of target would be 10,575 to 10,600. That could be your first level of target in a bullish scenario, right? And if this distribution zone is broken, then you can look for your second level of uh, target, that is somewhere around 10,625 to 10,650. And most important, if you are going to trail your trade upwards, then you need to watch out here at this level for continuation patterns, right? And your trading strategy must let you allow to take a trailing trade. And if Nifty has a bearish bias tomorrow, how you would trade? So until Nifty breaks this trend line, right? This trend line has been respected many a times. And let's say if Nifty starts in 5 below 550 or below 540 and up to 525, so this zone also you should avoid. Only thing, after this zone is broken, this green zone is broken, you can go short, and your first level of target would be 490 to 450, this particular zone, right? So that would be your target. So I can say that that will be around 30-40 points target. And again, watch out in this zone. This is a gap, so it's a basically a novice gap. It might get filled up, but it is a supportive zone also, right? It will work as a support. So if this, in this zone, the candlestick patterns or your trading strategy shows you continuation pattern, you can look for your next level of target at 10,400 to 10,370 or 360 in this zone. That could be the on lower side. And if this zone is also broken, then you have got this zone of 10,300 or odd, right? So these could be your targets for tomorrow. If there is a heavy sellout, which is appearing to be, as of now, at least DIs are holding the trades, or they are in a buying spree, FIIs in selling spree. So you can still, if tomorrow DIs plan not to buy, then in that case market may still go down. Let's look at I hope the how to trade Nifty is clear to you. Let's go to now Bank Nifty intraday and see what kind of So first of all, let's have a look at Bank Nifty daily chart, and you can see that Bank Nifty had been very weak, and it's almost every day I tell you that Bank Nifty is weak because its angle of this upward channel or ascending channel itself is a weak. And today, although it opened gap up, but despite touching almost 2000 sorry 22,330, no, it touched almost 22,326 or so, right? It came down, and it closed with a small loss. So though it made a higher high and higher low, but it is weak, and mind it, it's below 100 days moving average still, and it is also below 38% Fibonacci level from the all-time high. So both are the things which are clearly indicating that Bank Nifty is remaining weak, also because of the concern of the NPAs or the liquidity issues, right? Although yesterday RBI has declared that it will provide additional liquidity to the banks, that was yesterday's bullish move, but that did not sustain much, or that did not carry forward the day to day. All right. So how do we trade Bank Nifty for tomorrow? Let's have an intraday chart of Bank Nifty and see what kind of scenario is emerging, right? So we've got M kind of pattern today in Bank Nifty, and our yesterday's watch out zone or this yellow zone continues. Yesterday we were also here, and I'd said that in case if the market goes bullish from here, this zone would be your first level of uh, target on the long side, but unfortunately market opened gap up and it landed in that zone, and above than that the second zone it touched, right? So this was a small long trade, and let me get into the smaller time frame so you can get much more clarity. And at this zone you can see that it made a spinning top kind of doji, and we were supposed to be shorting at this level, and it gave a beautiful uh, short position, right? So, and in this zone, because that time this zone would have become, once the price was up, this zone would have become the accumulation zone, right? But it was broken in a single candlestick, so that was a very clear uh, pattern, or a candlestick signal that this zone is become a weak, and otherwise also it had made a nice small flag, so the target would have been here, so it was easy to break this zone. And once this zone was broken, then this watch out zone has become also accumulation zone at that point of time, and in this place when you saw there was a nice hammer here, it was a time to book the profit. That's what precisely I did. I traded Bank Nifty. In fact, I shorted Bank Nifty CE 23,000, I think, yeah, 22,500, 23,000, right? And then in this zone, which was accumulation zone, you could have taken a long position for this distribution zone. So Bank Nifty provided multiple entry exits today in a short trade as well as a long trade. And now, how would you trade it tomorrow? Let's say tomorrow, if it opens up somewhere here above than 22,000 and starts with a bullish bias, your first level of target should be again 22,150 to 22,200. So almost 150 points upside. And watch out in this zone. Again, this zone is a distribution zone, but once, twice, thrice, three times Bank Nifty has come in this zone, so it is a weak. If Bank Nifty has a bullish bias tomorrow, then you would see the second level of target can be hit very easily. So trail your stop loss here and watch out for the continuation patterns. Now, if Bank Nifty opens uh, or goes below 21,850 or so, that means this yellow zone. Uh, if Bank Nifty goes below 21,850, then you would see this yellow zone, treat it as a red zone. That means a distribution zone. And your short position you can carry forward up to 21,700. So need, let's say, almost 170, 180 points you would get in Bank Nifty. And watch out your position in this area, whether you get a continuation pattern or the reversal pattern. If your strategy gives you a continuation pattern, so you can continue your trade till this trend line. Again, this trend line like Nifty is a very strong trend line, so you can book your profit somewhere here or watch out your position with a tight trailing stop loss, right? So locking profit is important for a trader. You may see sometimes your positions are going in profit, but they immediately change because you don't trail your stop loss. So not only have a stop loss but also trail your stop loss. I hope this gives you clarity in how you can trade Bank Nifty tomorrow. Let's look at the kind of scenario which is in international market today. You can also see that almost all the sectors of Bank Nifty were up except the PSU, which was almost flat. uh, Bank Nifty itself lost 24 points. Nifty real estate was a little in minus. Today, one good thing happened. India weeks fell almost 5.73%, right? And also USD had a weakness. Now, looking at the Dove, we know that it's again in a rising wedge pattern, and it's getting, you know, uh, resistance in this zone. In fact, it has already come out of this channel, right? But it is trying to re-enter this channel now, right? And it's making higher highs, and it's very volatile. If you see Dow Jones in a smaller time frame, you would see that it's jumping up and down, and that's what is driving right now the international markets, right? A lot of volatility. So you need to be careful. You need to watch out. Like this also opened up gap up, and this fall led to the fall in our market, right? So especially in Bank Nifty. So watch out Dow Jones on regular basis. That's what is driving. And thanks to Fed and Mr. Donald Trump, until November, when the US election happens, they would try to do anything to keep the market up. So without fundamentals, the market will be driven by the liquidity. And also, what more is happening in Indian market is, uh, a lot of retail traders, they have heard over a period of time, more than 10 years. Now they've been hearing that, at the time of crash, you should buy, and there may be it may be the lifetime opportunity. That's what is pumping a lot of retail liquidity in the market. So you can see that from the mutual fund, a lot of money is flowing into stock market. That's what is pumping the stock market. Let's look at the data points now, right? uh, so today we have closed at 10,551. So 10,550 becomes our ATM, and around ATM in put side, let's see what kind of put writing has happened. So 1 million contracts have been written at 10,500, and overall, so these are freshly sold contracts, because you could see that the open interest in change as well as in overall cumulative open interest is more or less the same number. So this will work as a support one. Uh, Above than that, not 3 lakh new contracts in 10,600, not a very big quantity. uh, 10,400, again 1.1 million contracts and 1.5 million overall contracts, so that will work as a support too. Below than that, 7 lakh new contracts, in fact 7.5 lakh new contracts and 1.2 million overall built up in the open interest, so that will work as a support 3. So from here we can say that 10,300 or 350 could be our level for tomorrow, the southwards, right? Below than that, 10,200 is also a strong level. 10,000 also is a strong level. We can say that for this week, 10,000 as of now is emerging as a weekly support, and we'll say Friday support could be 10,300, right? Now on the call side, let's see what kind of call writing is visible. So 1 lakh contracts at 10,500, but overall 8 lakh contracts at this level. So seems to be good, a good resistance level, right? So that could be R1 we can consider. 10,600, 7.5 lakh new contracts and 1.5 million overall contracts on call side. So who are writing these calls? These are the bearish people. 10,650, not much of call writing has happened, but 10,700, almost 7.9 lakh new contracts that will work as R3 and 1.3 million overall contracts. So on the upper side, we can safely say that 10,700 or 10,750 could be our uh, trading range for tomorrow. And from the chart also, we saw that 10,713 was 200 days exponential moving average, right? And above than that, 10,800 also we can see call writing, 10,900, 10,000, 11,000 also good call writing, right? So the range is big, volatility is part of it. The range is downside also long, so we can expect some volatility. So for Friday, the trading range 10,300 to 10,750, and for weekly, that means until next Thursday, which is on 9th July. So at this point of time, we are uh, looking at the data of option chain series, which is expiring on 9th July. So up to 9th July, we can say that it's a little scary to talk about the upper side of the market as of now in absence of the fundamentals. But looking at the data, we can say 10,800 or 11,000. Although I doubt whether 11,000 market would see immediately within a week's period, but the data talks like that. The PCR of this option chain series is 1.27. Yesterday was 1.21. So we can say that from here, the bias is a little bullish, right? So yesterday also we had said there is a little bullish bias. It had changed from 0.77 PCR to 1.21 suddenly, and we saw the impact of that, right? So data is very important. You should keep on watching the live data when the market is working, especially Nifty and Bank Nifty. Now, let's find out what kind of trading pressures are being developed. But before that, let's look at what kind of future data is there, right? So retailers and DIIs right now are long in index future, while as FIIs and pros are short on index future, right? Then looking at FIIs today, FIIs were again net sellers with a 556.72 crore in of equity in a cash market, while as the DIs were again they took care of the buying. So 908.64 crore rupees equity in cash market they bought. That's the data point here. Uh, Retail clients have become mildly bullish with a trading pressure of 1.16. Uh, FIIs are having a trading pressure of 9.93. So not only in future of index, that means future of Nifty and Bank Nifty, but also in options they are net short, right? So 0.93, and so that means they are selling equities, they are selling futures, they are also selling options, especially calls. Pros are mildly bullish today with a 1.19 trading pressure. Overall, 1.1 is a trading pressure that is a neutral to mildly bullish, right? So I'll write it mild bullish. It's not a bullish view from the data, especially when FIIs become bearish. You need to be very careful. Whatever is data saying that, so be better, remain neutral, right? So Bank Nifty PCR for current option chain series expiring on 9th is 0.78. So it is again a bearish, right? Next, since the new series just started today, or it will start tomorrow, so next series there is hardly any data to analyze, but the month end is still bearish with a 0.83 PCR. Resistance and support levels have already been calculated based upon the pivot pivot calculation. You can use them tomorrow when you are trading. I think that clears the data perspective of the participants. If we want to conclude, Nifty RSI is at 67, India VIX decreasing by almost 1.6 points today shows that the strength of the market is increasing, but volumes are not increasing at all. And market is in overbought zone in a weekly, because weekly stochastics is 93, and before the market has to go up further, these oscillators or indicators have to cool off. Even in daily chart, if you see, the stochastics has zoomed up very fast, right? So that also gives you a kind of indication. So in my view, the market would be consolidating and correcting at this level, and it will remain in a broader range between 10,000. So until a market is completely out of 10,550 upside, or which is a 61% Fibonacci, or downside 10,293, that is 150 days EMA, market is going to remain volatile and very unpredictable. Uh, so you need to be very careful as a trader. So 10,300 to 10,700 with volatility is tomorrow's range. Of course, a lot will depend upon global markets, especially Dow Jones. Keep on a tab on COVID cases. They are increasing. Lockdown is again initiated, and that will impact our Q1 FY21 results. So that's a fear, right? FIIs fund flow is one of the negativity in the market. And also watch Indo-China border news in the morning, such that that all these factors will have a uh, impact on our market, right? So I trust this analysis will help you to navigate through the market with a favorable and profitable results, right? And thank you very much for liking the video. And to get latest video, please subscribe our YouTube channel, and also don't forget to press the bell icon to get notification on newest videos. To learn stocks, derivatives, commodities, forex, trading, investing, technical analysis, fundamental, or any questions you have related to the stock market, you can write your question in our discussion here. In our YouTube, you have discussion section opened up. So we're looking forward for your questions, which we can answer here. Apart from that, you can watch out a lot of videos which are very helpful to understand the stock market. Thank you once again for watching and liking our videos. Please share the videos with your friends and concerned traders or trading communities who can also be benefited from quality knowledge, right? Good luck. Happy trading. Happy investing.